caffeine right now. Yeah, I did my drug, coffee. I warmed it in the microwave before I got in the shower. Drink that, put cinnamon in it, put that little stuff you buy from Whole Store to make you think good with ginkgo biloba and gutta gala, whatever it's called. Got the herb called, and along with some brown sugar. I don't use white sugar. I don't. Let me explain, because flour that's bleached in white sugar. I heard rice too. I don't know about rice. I use rice on my hair. Rice water make your hair grow. Yeah. But I haven't ate. I ate rice before. I was eating some gumbo or something like that. But anyway, they said that bleaching the chemicals, that's what cause all the heart diseases and diabetes and stuff like that. So, and I take vitamin when that white man came out and said, the medical mafia trying to kill African American people because we low deficiency of vitamin D. I bought me a bottle of vitamin D, then I stopped, as Levi show was talking about as well. Other people, they said bleached flour or bleached what do you call it? Bleached sugar is the reason why we have diabetes. And that's very true, because since I've been using brown sugar on my coffee, yes, I put in my cereal, I use the regular brown sugar, and it's a one that is like, it look whitish and brownish. It's a Hispanic version of it. I buy that too. And I eat it with my cereal. I drink it with my coffee. Yes, I do. I do that. Yes, I do. I don't. Yeah. It's because that's, and I noticed that my stomach, because I had a colonoscopy back in 2015, my stomach doesn't operate when I fry chicken with olive oil and unbleached flour. I don't have to go to the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? You fry chicken and go from Popeyes and French's. That's in Houston. I love French's. Actually, I do. I'm guilty eating vegetable oil and bleached flour French's. Okay, but oh, I love French. That's a black-owned business. So Creole, black-owned business, black, Spanish, French, Irish. So that's me. Black, French, Spanish, and Indian. That's part of me too. But French, Indian people. Okay, that's owned by them here in Houston. You know, and harsh chicken. Sometimes I eat harsh chicken. I ate some harsh chicken one time. Recently, I showed it when I went to the job interview on the southwest side. What else I ate? Or either churches. And I do love some churches. I love churches chicken better than I love Popeyes for some reason. But anyway, you go to like go in a restroom. Okay, not be nasty or anything. I prefer to eat at home, and I cook fried chicken with olive oil. Okay, yes, olive oil. I fry with olive oil. I don't fry with vegetable oil, because I have diabetes in the family. My mom has diabetes, and my paternal grandfather on my dad's side, he died of heart failure. And he was diabetic and had a stroke and stuff. So, and I do eat sugar a lot, but when I make cakes, I put olive oil in it. I do not, when you say vegetable oil, yes, I put. And those who criteria, will say, well, critique, they'll say, yeah, it gonna taste like olive. No, it doesn't. It tastes just like any other cake. Do you taste vegetable oil in cake? No. Okay, it's actually more healthy to put that olive oil than vegetable oil. So I don't cook anything with vegetable oil. But anyway, even I make a baked chicken. I put a little oil. I use a cooking oil spray, either coconut oil or olive oil. Okay, yeah, I do my own healthy cooking. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's why. Now let's get to the subject. Stevante Clark got arrested. I saw that coming. I do give him, I give him props for standing up to the police chief or the mayor, whatever it was, in Sacramento, because it takes balls. It takes a real man to do that. But all that stunting with that money phone and money and flashing the GoFundMe or the summon money they had for your brother, that was wrong. Trying to attack the news reporters, and then there was a couple. I think the other one was mixed, with black and white. The one who had the dreadlocks, he real light skin, and I don't know if it's his friend. It was a couple, but it was a couple. And the white woman, what I'm saying, they both don't bring up their weight. They both overweight, you know what I'm saying. And they was being interviewed by the news reporter. And what happened is they talked about how the Stevante started acting like he was doing good, paying his rent on time, until his brother died. He started attacking the place, vandalizing the place, make fake 911 calls. Okay. Now remember, I did not defend his brother's tweets. I actually was trying to be sympathetic to his loss of life because people use that argument like they did with the Trayvon Martin case, when they show pictures of Trayvon Martin when he was smoking weed, or when he and then him one time when he was 15 beat up a homeless man. They try to find all different excuses to make George Zimmerman look good. Then that big dark skinned sister who part Hispanic with Dominican and part Haitian, she's a combination of both the countries. Her, when she got on there doggone stand, I'm a cousin, fucked everything up. She went in extreme detail about him using the word cracker and nigger, and that also reason why he lost his case. Besides George Zimmerman mentioned about his great grandfather being Afro-Peruvian black. Okay, in Peru he not racist. Yeah, right. We know about that till the situation. And then your dad, judge, of course. Your white dad is a judge, so that makes sense. You have connections. And then to the Tea Party in front of your trial. Okay, your defense trial, and um, so that's the whole reason why. Um, but when that sister got on there, oh Lord, that Afro Latino, when that big dark skinned sister that came on there from Ratchet Miami, Florida, lucky she was on Loving Hip Hop Miami. When she got on there, she fucked every. I'm sorry, y'all, and I don't condone the use of nigger and cracker, and they are racist words. I knew at night before I was 19 that was racist words. Okay, I knew that when I was a little kid. I was a teenager. Okay, this woman here is 19 at the time. Was 19. Does not know that. I see why Tom Jonah had to pay for her education. She didn't try to graduate high school because she kept failing down. I see why. Oh man, shoots. She corrupt everything in that case. Okay? Which made George Zimmerman, of course, the sister who worked for free like a slave, who also was part of the defense team, volunteering for her career. Her, by my complexion. Okay, made George Zimmerman win the case. So the reason why that I didn't want to get involved, y'all love Mob Squad about the tweets, because a brother who gets killed can have a wife, a girlfriend like this color, and still get killed by the police. Okay, it can be light bright, near white. Okay, and still get killed by the police. So please, y'all didn't understand when y'all use those. The white race supremacists are looking at those comments and they'll try to use and put it on Fox News to tell the whole world to stop whoever be brainwashed by Fox News. And they spread word of mouth, their business, and they message, okay? They like the ambassadors, the people knock on your door worse than the Jehovah's or some Protestant evangelical trying to recruit you into their religion, okay? They would tell the so-called gospel truth, okay, to people that we should not worry about Stephon Clark. He was a racist against his own. He hated black women. So don't care about fuck his black life, that type of thing. He's a nigger, another dead nigger. That's exactly, y'all don't understand. That's the reason why. Now, during that time when I was making the videos, and I also bashing y'all for not attacking Gary Owens with his bad wench Campbell Skin's wife, and Michael Rappaport, y'all did not. Oh yeah, y'all got silent. Okay, silence like the Cardi B song Forever. Okay, and what happened is that I mentioned that. Can I get back to my thoughts? Somehow in this cafe. Okay. I mentioned that the grandmother was covering up for those tweets by saying he's not like that. And I said, some people in our community, and they try to make it to be majority, okay, still practicing slavery type discipline, child rearing, and calling it black parenting. Okay? They still have the gospel according to Reverend Charles Cocock Jones. Okay? The white man who wrote the book, the religious destruction of the Negro. Okay? That I bought on Amazon. Okay? Now, I'm still dubbing into this thing, It tells you how they distort the Bible, how, and the other one is the Christian instruction of the Negroes, something like that as well, by Charles Clark Jones. That's why y'all believe in whip your kids. Many of y'all don't understand why they whipped the slaves, because they felt that it was biblically correct for them to do. They went to Exodus 22, 21 to 2021 about beating your slave, and that's your property. Misinterpreted by like what St. Peter said in the scriptures, that people will store their own destruction and own destruction, therefore be on your guard so you won't fall for your stability, in the 3rd chapter, the 2nd letter of Peter, okay? For real. So 15, 17, those who don't know. Now, this is the reason why some of my people do not have a good mindset of Christianity and values. And also too, and the slave masters was trying to find ways, because remember, they didn't want other white people up north who didn't teach that interpretation to go to those. They wanted those southern white men and people, women too, to believe in a false interpretation of Christianity, teach white supremacy. They belong to them. They was commissioned by God to be owned by them, to bow down to them, work for them, and be obedient and not do nothing about your oppression. Okay? And in that making of the slave, like the Williams syndrome, I go back to Williams syndrome, which is not a mythical letter. Don't you let nobody debunk that. It is a true letter. William Lynch said, to make, praising the female slave. That's why so many sisters go to college and be independent. Throw your hands up, okay? But you have insufficient brothers. And yeah, I was not trying to be personally. I try to fight against my own parents who try to make me insufficient. Okay, not me insufficient. That's why. Hello, I'd rather lose my family than lose my freedom. A call like that. I don't care. Your enemy could be your family, could be your enemy. Called to Matthew 10. Okay. So anyway, I wanted Jesus put a sword between us. So in point is, when I was 18 years old, I'm gonna forget that you're not grown. And then when I turned 21, you're still trying to treat me like a child. And they keep trying to twist the scriptures, and it comes from stuff like this. Okay? The slave master interpretation. Don't forget that when the lynchings was going on in the South, a lot of our people went up north to Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, California. There was part of California, in New York and other places, to get away from the lynchings and the oppression, the extreme oppression here in the South. Okay. Some of our people carry that slave mentality, like the white racist people pass their slave masters' belief system to generational. Remember, people are not born racist; they are created to be racist. They have been taught to be racist. Thank you. So our ancestors, and people, whether they be light skinned, dark skinned, mulatto, pure black, Creole, native, whatever, who had a slave mentality, passed that, beating the kids and emasculating the black child, the male child, and making him physically strong and mentally weak. Why he has mental issues. That's why I'm bipolar type 1, called like it is. They pass this mess, and every time you bring up mental health, some of my people say, "Oh, that's white folks. Oh, don't worry about that. That's the devil." No. Shut up. Galatians chapter 3:21 say, if you provoke your child to anger, they become discouraged. That's why I'm going to whooping your kids. You'll go to the Old Testament, which is a Torah book. Yes, we should read it, but you should read it with a Jewish mindset, not a Gentile and monotheist Gentile Christian mindset. Okay? When you read the Old Testament, you think like a Jew, because it's made for Jews. Y'all thinking from a Gentile and distortion of scripture interpretation mindset. Okay? Because later on in the New Testament, as the Old Testament fulfilled the New Testament, Jesus, who died on the cross, who stopped us from being struck by light. Anybody can be the saint in the world, still be struck by light. And all the other things I talk about, God gonna punish this string, the Old Testament, Jesus stopped that. That's why the good people end up perishing. Either flourishing in heaven, aka, and I ain't perfect, but I'm reading this. Prosperity gospel actually does not mean money on earth. That means treasure in heaven. Okay? That's why all the bad people, the drug dealers, the politicians who corrupt, Trump, all these white racist people and African racist people, all the green people in Hollywood who doing wrong, to the end wrong thugs and all thugs that every color got money, watching on my channel, I know they dirt by their fruit. They have all the bad stuff. They have all the good and they bad. And sometimes the good people like myself ain't perfect because I do it like that. We suffer. Okay? Because I treasure if I am forgiven by repenting, is in heaven. That's prosperity gospel. What Joel Osteen's teaching is a false gospel. Okay? Because that's the case. If everybody who does wrong, that means everybody will be suffering too. No, the people who claim to go to church every Sunday don't let that fool you. They sin too. Okay? The people trying to teach you the word sin too, especially when they talk to you in an ugly manner when you're supposed to correct in kindness. Acting like a wolf in sheep clothing. That's again the people who distort the Bible. People who distort the Bible, they'll been on worse than welfare. The white folks and the descendants who passed down their white racism will be in debt right now. America will be dead because they made money out of slavery. The banks and corporations investing in it like they do the prior president. All the rules trying to purposely cause a scandal and make people go to jail with their gangster hip hop mess. They'll be in debt right now. Yes. Corrupt people run the world. Of course God allows human to act a fool. But that's his mercy choice. Why the good people die first, and the people who suffer, the people who are worse still live longer because they have more time to change their life. That's the mercy of the Lord, as St. Peter was saying in one of his epistles. That's why God is waiting patiently for us to change our lives. That's the reason why we still here. Those who automatically die, it seems to me, I'm not mistaken, and I'm not making this, it seems to me that they have their mansion in heaven, and that's why they end up leaving early, or getting killed, or martyred, or whatever. Those who do not do that have a chance until it may be too late, okay, to repent and say, I'm sorry, and be sincere with their sorry, because the unclean go to heaven, okay? That's why they get away with it. That's why the bad people get away with stuff. That's why the thugs get away with stuff. Now, you notice that the people who get shot by police, not always thugs. It's also good African people or Hispanic people. Okay, but thugs still on the corner. I actually never got ahead a drug bust one time. The thug, who's the worst thug in the area, walked in front, and he darker than me, walked in front of the police, and nothing happened to him. He's still riding around. Weird. Y'all, there's no colorism in white. He darker than, I ain't being racist, he bought this color. He dark, thank you. He walked in front of the police like he was a pure white man. And I don't know, he probably has some connection with them bad police officers, because something to be involved in that mess too. I was shocked about that. I said, oh, the dog skin privilege, the butt dancing version of it? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, because you're getting poison to your community, and you know you don't go to white neighborhood and say that's to give permission and nothing gonna mess up, then I see why. Because it's commissioned to kill us by the womb and Planned Parenthood and the medical mafia trying to give us these bad food and tell us, that thank you. Discourage us to eat healthy foods and cook healthy and all that other stuff and hide it. They put anything in a book we were not reading because we was forbidden to read, okay? No, really, y'all, for real, y'all gotta know about this. It's a setup plan. They don't want to put the good rappers who don't talk about drugs and thugging and all that other stuff and bitches and hoes and niggas and stuff. They put them on there, and they become the biggest rap stars and get the awards for doing it. While those who like the Will Smith type don't get nothing. That's how it goes. Portraying that old Stephen Fletcher and Aunt Jemima stereotype. Yeah, y'all don't understand that. That's why you got so many brother being thugs. When I come, I ain't see nobody being all thugs. It's real. So many brother being thugs over here. When I was coming up, it was discouraged to be a thug. You got made fun of being thug and being a dope dealer. You know what I'm saying? But when they brought in that money and they got coons from that gangster rap industry back in the 90s who did the white racist man in favor. Got Tupac killed. He got killed butt dancing. I call it like it is. I'm a big Tupac, I'm sorry. Butt dancing. Being thug life for white racist people. No wonder you had some white fans, and he might say some white. I ain't say all y'all, But some of y'all be watching that old gangster nigga type, call yourself nigga type one. Say the word nigga for your own racist situations. I don't know that mess. No different than Amos and Andy, and no different than Steppin' Fletcher and Aunt Jemima. That's why y'all don't let me talk about it, because you know I'm telling the damn truth. Now, anyway, so the reason why I brought that up, the grandmother, I'm sorry, she is bearing responsibility in this because she raised these children. The way how she raised them provoked this man. I'm sorry, I'm looking at her. I don't know her, but whoever raised these kids, who now adults, one who deceased and one locked up, they not living right, sister. When the tweets came out, you defended and said he didn't write that down there. Please stop being Ruby D in the movie Jungle Fever when Wesley Knight told his mama. Of course, obviously the preacher knew about Samuel L. Jackson being a crackhead, and when they told Ruby D and that's your brother, here we go. I told y'all. Now remember, them folks that was in that movie were portraying Southern folks who was ignorant and religious. Okay, except for the preacher. The preacher had said, he was kind of a little racist here and there about him, his son leaving his wife for a white woman, whatever. Of course, it's adultery to leave your wife for anybody. But the mother was too gullible. She was hooked up on a slave master interpretation of the Bible. No one can't do no wrong, but she can tell you you're wrong, okay? You know what I'm saying? And she kept giving her son, because her son, who was a crackhead, knew that she was gullible. She didn't read beyond what she was taught. She was, you know what I'm saying? And he got all the money. Even had commotion with her own husband, who's a preacher. Remember? Remember the movie Jungle Fever? Yes. And Ozzy Davis, Ruby D, they play a good. Yes, they play a good character. I love them too. God rest them souls. I love me some Ozzy Davis and Ruby D. I missed on paper, but that's our people right there. She was so doggone gullible. Can't do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's how the crackhead knew. It's funny. Now, he was on that stuff and stupid, but he was smart to go to the grandmother, to the mama, right? He was smart. I'm gonna tell you something. And that's why it remind me of the Clark's grandmother. My baby not do nothing. No offense to say it like that in a racist sense, but that's what that idea comes from. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the innocent brother who gets shots to not see him defend his innocence. I'm not saying that. But when you're wrong, it infills me that it was the Ruby D's character in Jungle Fever. She was scared to admit that her son was a crackhead and knew it, but to pretend and try to use religion to brush it out. That's remind me of Stefan Clark and Stevante Clark's grandmother. Cause nobody can go on the Twitter, okay? And I bet she probably do know, because she probably was giving them hell living in their house. Her house, should I say. Cause I don't understand how this grown man has 2 kids. He don't live in Texas, so they got jobs out there, okay? They got employment. It's not extreme, because the white conservatives moved down here to Texas to add more fuel to the fire down here when it comes to employment. We're racist down here, okay? And try to use religion to cover up like this fool here. Let me have a picture of that doggone slave master. Twisting scripture and stuff. Feel about how I feel about that. This fool here. They can't practice that in California. They got racism, but they can't practice to extreme compared to Texas. So they moving down here to preach that mess. Maybe man. You got our grandmas teaching this man's interpretation, and their grandpappys and stuff. Daddies and mama using the Bible and abusive like a bunch of wolves in sheep clothing, acting like they slave master and nobody out drop a white and they nuts besides black and they American. Real. I'm telling y'all. That's the whole reason why. She is trying to, she know that, and I'm critiquing that, and I bet I'm right on the money. She probably did a lot of not godly things, and calling it godly to both Stevante Clark and Stefan Clark, to the point Stefan ignorantly don't understand in other cultures, in other areas in life, it goes on. It's not only in the quote Black American culture. You have grandmothers and daddies and mamas and papas that do that type of mess to their kids in other cultures. I used to hear, and I say all Asians, but a lot of Asians, because I'm surprised the baby mama, a lot of Asians that I talk to, not all Asians, say they mama whoop them and still control it. And I never get, when I was trying to go to Houston Community College on the by Memorial City, okay, to go in that entertainment class, because I do well in media takeout. Mia Tech out. Mia Tech Institute. Okay, I do 2L there, and I was trying to take a course in making music business in 2013. And I was trying to, I got approved, but I didn't go straight to college. I was trying to give me a job at the time, because you know what I'm saying, I didn't want to, because I had a situation with financial the day before, and when I went to go get the program, I never forget. We was trying to get the information. I was waiting in line, and there was an Asian. She was Chinese. I'm assuming, or probably Korean. Well, she was Asian, and she had a Valley Girl accent. Now, the girl was over the age 18, like about 19 or 18, 20 years old. Her Asian dad was very demurring. Okay, I saw that. And she said, "Dad, please leave me alone." Like, you know, of course, disrespectful, but also he wasn't respecting her as an adult, because that was my daughter. I said, "Well, you know what? I don't have to be here. You go ahead and have your own dog on. You grown, and don't come and ask me. No, I'm not gonna sit here and plead with you. You want to treat me like that? Okay, bye. I'm not coming. Go ahead and check your own set of school. Okay." But I saw the reason why she was acting that way, because she was resentful and she was upset that she still was treated like a child and not treated like an adult like she was. And she was taken out on her father. Okay? And that goes back to, you know, I'm not saying all Asians like that, but a lot of people, I have debates about whipping kids. You have some Asian people, well, in our culture, we get whippings and that too, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know what you're talking about, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm letting the white for us, excuse me, let me tell you, I'm from the South. The white people whip their kids. Including something like this with their kids too. Down south. Okay, that's why I'm not conservative. Okay? And distort the scriptures, but that's why they let that mess into the slavery, okay? So don't get it twisted about you're talking about liberal. If you're in California, that's mostly liberal control. Actually, I would thrive in California or New York, and I would not be on no welfare, no food stamps, and nothing like that. No, I'll be living good. When you is concerned that you don't kiss and butt down and all other stuff to your master down here, they try to penalize you and deny you help so they can try to control your mind to conform to their expectation. That's the reason why I'm in my situation is called like it is. Now, anyway, so, because my question is, I've seen Asian mothers, not all, go, yeah, I'm saying, get very, okay, just like the Stefan Claude, the grandmother. So you can't say, I'm not saying all Asian, but to make that argument, that lets you know that brother's not integrate, and he's stuck in a black neighborhood, black identified neighborhood, who lives stereotypical culturally stereotypes, who don't, you're not see the other side of African American people, or if you did not focus on that exist, you know what I'm saying, and not go around other communities, and then too, you're not in the South, okay? That's why, like I say, white conservatives who live in California and up north, or they even have a site, they moving down Texas is vote help Trump's vote. Also, too, we have conservative culture that cannot stand. Okay, down here. So, and then too, they can practice their abusive practice or their own abuse. I mean, they don't abuse it on the business, should I say? Okay, they can't get too much away. It happens in liberal states, but they cannot get too much away. They bring, you know what I'm saying, and they don't like political. Like one white man told me recently that he did not like Chicago, not because of crime, because it took me liberal Democrats. Excuse me, I'm one of them. Okay? Because it took me liberal Democrats. They want to come down here, Southern conservative. He from Idaho, or Iowa, Ohio. I think he lived in Idaho too, and he was Midwest, and I thought he was liberal from the way he was talking. No, he's a conservative, and they moving down here, Texas. Okay, that's why you have accurate people who were raised in Southern culture, and I know one sister say, "Why y'all Negroes moving back here? No, they don't want your asses here." And I agree with that. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Once I get my money, I'm out of here. hell to no, I like the food and everything, but damn, the society up here, ooh, Jesus, I want to get out of here. Ooh, Jesus, I can't stand living in white, racist, ratchet ass Texas. Shoots. Okay, so anyway, she has that slave mentality, which transcended to her grandchildren. That's why he had that mindset. That's why he said what he said. And it seemed to me she was practicing the Aunt Jemima mentality, the Winless syndrome, emasculating, because she did emasculate him. I'm not saying we're no persons, I ain't talking about that. Y'all talking about stereotype on feminine men. I'm talking about actions. It's a responsibility actions. He had 2 kids by this Asian woman, was not married, 19 years old, not working, and living in grandmother's house. Let me say that again. Stevante Clark was 19. He made those tweets about with his Asian baby mama living in grandma's house. Ain't nobody trying to tell these two to get out the house and be independent. Throw your hands around me, including the men. You tell me nobody in the men in the family who older cannot advise this brother to be independent? Because one thing about our community, we have the flip floppers. I ain't talking about flip floppers to choose. I'm talking about the contradicting people. One end, you have people want you to be insufficient, so you can be their slave control, and it benefits them. When they get tired with you, that's when they want you to be independent. I want you to be tired of me. I don't want to be under your control. I don't want to be. Remember, I hated being a child. Unlike Michael Jackson, I hated to be a child. I hated to be someone else's wing, someone's wheel, and then someone else's stalk or lie and put a fake smile on my face and not be real. Okay? That's the whole reason why. And she probably felt bad how she raised her kids. If she has any connection with the ratchet, white, racist, wasp, South, and the mentality of interpretation of this man's false interpretation of the Bible, please let me know I'm correct on that, because I probably would not be lying if I am. Yes. And him being a socially segregated area, even though he had an Asian baby mama, he used to seeing African American people as collectively stereotypical. And if they don't act like the stereotype, they're not being themselves, which is that's a false narrative. People have their own mind. Okay? People are born with one brain in each body. Not everybody's gonna act like a robot or a puppet. Okay? Because I swear, if he had more experience integrating, he would meet the Asian women or Hispanic women and women who know different than his grandmother. Because I have met that by me integrators, by integrators education. So the reason why I'm looking at this, your son deceased. Okay, now in the video, I'm gonna talk about the video, and I did say I was gonna do a video. Did I do a video about the how I saw the tape? Okay. On Stevante Clark, I saw the video. They said that a man was going in their backyard and he called law. So they had officers. And it's hard for me to try to defend Stevante Clark. I'm not Cooning. Let me explain why. Because they show on the helicopter, okay, because I went to local news in Sacramento Station, him jumping off of the fence and being at the grandma's house, what led to them going to the grandma's house and end up shooting him. Now they couldn't, she never shot him. She had the guns drawn instead of shooting him. But he did, and in my opinion, he put himself in that situation. First of all, while you're jumping, I remind me of the Straight Outta Compton when the dark skinned man who don't look like Eazy-E was playing Eazy-E, was playing Eazy-E, okay? And he was jumping when they was jumping through the crack in the toilet. Okay, I watched Straight Outta Compton, okay? Right after my birthday, okay? My brother gave me, my second older brother gave me the money through PayPal for my birthday present. Hold on, y'all. What's going on now? happened? So much rashness. Anyway, point is. So, anyway, so that's what I'm saying. So, pretty much, that's the reason why. Okay, y'all see my point? The dollar folks not looking at that. That the grandmother, I'm sorry, the way that we was raised as kids in the African American community, okay? Why have Michael Jackson had problems? We keep thinking that as being black, all because of false interpretation of scripture of white masses, okay, that we relate to do race mixing like this. We need to repent that interpretation of the Bible. We need to give it up. It's hurting us, and the same Peter said, source of scripture lead destruction. Because I bet your children will be mentally stable and you would not have this going on. Okay, I'm sorry. I look at the fact now. Let me go ahead and make the video about the video. I will add addition to the subject of the video. As I'm watching the video with Stephon Clark jumping the fence and hiding in the backyard, because the way people said that he was in the backyard and just came and started shooting. No, he was jumping the fences and it was a helicopter. Right there, I cannot agree that he was in the right. Okay? Of course, I will agree they shouldn't have shot him because he was unarmed and they was racist doing it. But don't put yourself in it. It's two-way. It's a two-way street, y'all. You have the cops being wrong. But you also have Stephon Clark being wrong. And I'm the reason why I waited to say this because I knew that in the Stephon, not psych or anything, and that's things like this, mediums are demonic. But point is, I had a feeling that Mr. Stevante Clark was going to get arrested, okay? Because he kept showing the money. And something told me, Zach, do not make a video. Wait till more detail. That's why I do what I do. Wait till more detail to get everything. Okay. Wait till more detail. Didn't make the video so you can have all the information at once. As I'm watching the video of his brother, and he jumping off, he had no business doing that, jumping from people's property. That's evasion of privacy. Evading people's property, okay? As a brother in this country, if you know your target practice, okay, since the time our African ancestors came on the ship, okay, and we're mixed with other races, but they're using the black DNA as an excuse to hurt us, oppress us, and everything else. They have the one drop rule, okay. If I already know the climate I'm in, why would I purposely get involved in the fuckery? Call me cuss here, okay. It's two-way street. The cops were wrong for shooting him. But he also was wrong for jumping in fences and whatever he was doing. So, I'm sorry. It's like he put himself out there. If I know I'm in Texas, okay, and I go rob a bank, knowing this is a racist state, God forbid, I don't do that, but let's say I get shot. Okay, you will say, Zach was in the wrong. Yeah, the cop was racist and wrong, because if he was a pure white man, he would not have shot like that. But he should know the climate of America. Why is he doing this? That's why. That's the whole reason why it's in Cooning. No, I'm sorry to say this. The cop, there was an African American cop that was involved. He was a coon too. But he was cooning too, talking about Stephon Clark. He was not only about the tweets, that too, but in this situation, the thuggery. Anytime you portray a negative racist stereotype, okay, on purpose and knowing it's a racist, that's cool. Call it like it is. All that thugging, y'all, my brothers in the millennium age, you don't know that is a minstrel show behavior. That's a step inflection. That's a Amerson Indy act. You buck dance and shuck and jiving and then acting a fool and acting savage and brute like white racist people want you either dead or be their slave. 13th Amendment, private prison complex is why they're marketing gangster rap and thug rap and thug life. You don't know the damn game. It's like a rat being stupid eating cheese, knowing to be trapped by the rat eating that doggone cheese. Instead of find some cheese that got no trap on it. That's exactly what I see in this situation. He got shot. It was wrong for him to get shot like that, but he put himself in that situation where he should know better. Okay? That's why. Now, go back to his brother. I stood up for his brother for standing against that white man at the city council, because when you stand up against, I don't want to be fearful of white supremacists, whether it be in authority or not. They're human flesh just like me. The only person that our 9-10 will have to be, and of course we all have to, is fear God, not a human. Okay? I do not want to grow up being fear of my enemies. I've been there in my life to a point nothing gets done. You instead of punching walls, acting a fool, and getting bipolar crazy, it's by time standing against your enemy, even if it's your own mama and dad, like I did last year. Told my mama I don't want to talk to. I did, okay? So I don't. A bad authority needs to be dealt with. We don't want no bad authority telling us right. In that case, get Satan to be our authority, no matter what color it is. If a person with bad character, a bad authority teaches me something, that's like me talking to a Satanist about how to be Christian. If their character is not right, their fruit is not right, because I know about their fruit, I don't want them teaching me nothing. Let God alone be my corrector. Let God alone reach out to me. I'll be that scoff in Proverbs 9 that hates correction, that will stab it back. Let God alone be my judge, and my jury, and my corrector. Because human being, no matter what color it is rotten as hell ever since our forefathers named Adam and Eve ate that forbidden fruit. Knowing a human being whose authority a steward supposed to prove himself to be trustworthy. That's why I stood up for him going against that white man. I was glad that he didn't have no scared, slave, fit love mentality. But as it went escalated to him cooning and shucking and jiving, acting like a brute towards the news cameras, and trying to explore your family, and I'm sorry the grandmother explored the family. I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry. Because, I'm sorry, and grandma ain't stop acting like Ruby did from doggone Jungle Fever, because you know your grandson wrote that, and you probably had something to do with it. You probably was not treating him with respect. I'm sorry. It's the reason why I assume that, and I could be an ass, okay? And I'm in the cuss, but God help me along if I'm wrong. But truth of the matter is, it's an ongoing situation in our community where we have these older people from Jim Crow, baby boomers and before, with a slave mentality got passed on after slavery, like the white racist people passed their racism from their slave master forefathers that are we related to, okay? Then we got a combination of the slave master ideology and the slave mentality together, okay? And the slave, they felt it was nothing. So they're passing that mess to the next generation. Here come integration. We supposed to think like free people. Well, fuck integration. It was not integration. It was our people acting like slaves in integration. And not properly taking care of their freedom, defending their freedom, and not repenting of things that taught us to be oppressed. Particular false interpretation of the Bible by wicked false teachers like this food here. And said not to question. St. Paul said in the Bible to test everything, hold what's good. See, this is the problem. What happened in California before? Jim Jones. A lot of our people, right after integration, still thinking like slaves. God opened this big old door to you to be free, like the dead, when the Israelites were free from the Egyptians, okay, and y'all went back into slave mode, still practicing slave mode, and not giving up that mess that we was taught that caused us to be in destructive behavior and destructive lifestyles. Okay? You choose to continue to hold interpretations from men like this. Okay? And talk about it was Christian. When white people who was not racist, who knew the whippings and spankings come out of false interpretation of the Bible from false teachers like this. False, demonic, look at this man's eyes. Oh, he look evil. Oh, he look evil. False teachers like this. And you got folks with one drop of Negro blood, my color, dark skin, light skin, kinky hair, straight hair, curly hair, look white, look exotic, I don't care. Passing this mess to our kids, our grandkids, our mamas and daddies if it's our grandparents. In doing integration. And talking about it's white folks. Y'all don't do that, but we do this. That's how we do it in our culture. And it fucks up our brain too. You continue to listen to passing this misinterpretation of the word from men like this. This fool here, Reverend Wolf and Sheep Clothing, Charles Cole Clark Jones. This fool here, this old false teacher, this old Wolf and Sheep Clothing. And then try to raise your kids in that mindset. And you wanna know why, and now in integrate, because back in the day you had to stay in your place in segregation, so you couldn't act the fool too much when you act the fool in home. That's different, okay? They're not in public. Now they're out of public, and you got folks acting like thugs and hood rats with a false interpretation of the Bible in their head. Mentally weak, insecure brothers, insufficient, that's me brothers who not sufficient, not sufficient, and sisters independent and throwing hands like their child, like the Will Lynch letter. Women taking care of the men who's healthy and able to work, and he refused to work. That mess. And your grandson's sister was, before he died, was living in a house with 2 kids and his baby mama, not his own. I'm sorry. I'm looking at you, sweetheart. And the reason because instead of you admitting that your grandson, had said those tweets, and you felt hurt by that, people take your words in general sense. I mean, in genuine sense, you see how genuine you are. But you start doubting that and acting like Ruby D from the movie Jungle Fever, when Samuel Jackson was a crackhead, and Wesley Snipes told his mother, and don't talk to your brother like that. No, excuse me. God said the truth is the light, whether you like it or not. Sometimes the truth hurt, baby. And the reason I'm critiquing this because now your grandson, who's alive, acting a fool, using that old GoFundMe money, as we heard, okay, and acting all savage and thug-like, probably acting like you used to beat his ass, emulating, and he can't take it out on you because you still put the fear in God, like God has a partiality in your wolfish behavior. I'm looking at you, sweetheart, because I see the peer factor in our community of this. That's why I'm saying that. See, if you had came out and show your real self and you wasn't doing this, then I'll take your words kindly. But when you start doubting and knowing that it's the bad secret, what's going in the house probably led to your grandson getting killed. And your grandson acting a fool. And who was being raised by, where was the 2 parents? Where are the daddy and the mama? So I can relate this because my mama didn't raise me. I'm bipolar motherfucker to the one. Worse than Mariah Carey's bipolar. See, if we was raised differently, stop shouting at white people, y'all. You see, right there, you're saying a drop of black blood is being destructive, living destructive behavior. That the Bible has a fear complex and not come out of it. And white people live good. Because guess what? The people who out there in California who don't whoop their kids own shit, have businesses. While working class folks, or you're the African American Hispanic who got chunkers and stitching cards thrown at them, they working for the white people. Messed up their brain worse than crack cocaine. Because he was a king, not a nigga, a king, he would say, excuse me, baby, we gonna wait till we have kids. Get married to have kids. We gonna get out of grandma's house. I'm gonna go to school, go to college, whatever, and we'll have education. So we got kids live there. We wanna live. Grandma's getting me a hell, and let me get out the house. He also will see and look in other communities. This stuff goes on. Besides the African people, people want to be collective and not be individualistic. They scared because, well, see, the reason why they can't control another person's mind, that's why they don't like individuals. Us individualistic people, we don't let people control our mind. We control our own mind. And the only one can stop is God Almighty, not no human. Okay? Human beings who whine about not being collective cannot control you. That's what they whining about. That's why they act like crybabies. You can't be the puppet, and they can't be the puppeteer. Okay? That's the whole reason why. They can't make you jump when they say jump. So they try to make you be collective. and live in dormant behavior and be at the bottom while they're striving. A lot of folks ain't looking at that. I'm sorry, Miss Clark. I'm sorry, but I look at you, sweetheart, because you raise these kids and they're grown and now they acting like. Of course, people can raise a child without that still come out bad, but we have a grandson who tore up his friend's house, who made fake 911 calls, going to Best Buy acting a fool with money, the money that was used for his brother, the settlement and everything else. Not trying to get out of California, because once I got that, I'm out of Sacramento. I ain't come back. Like Michael Jackson did when he won that trial, he went to Middle East with his kids. He showed it. I ain't. I'm gonna be like Josephine Baker, baby. I'm not gonna come here. If I know that the town hate me, the county, I'm not. I'm not standing there shoe shining and butt dancing, acting a fool, and old stepping fetch coon. Okay, I'm out there showing off his money. Like he can get right with that money. And then when he got the money, why not pay the people that he was staying with and get out and have his own place? What that love have my own, I don't have to worry about nobody in my business. I don't mind sharing a place with somebody who think like I do, tolerate me, have the same narrative, because we, you know what I'm saying. But to deal with someone who's the opposite, we're not gonna get along. We have different lifestyles, different beliefs, and it could be a headache. That's why I love being by myself, baby. I love being by myself. It gets long, don't get it wrong, but get away from the drama. You see what I'm saying? I'd rather be alone than be in drama. But I'm sorry, Miss Clark. I'm sorry. I had to critique you. Your son act the fool. He's locked. Your grandson's getting me locked up. They won't let him out. That's $1 million. This white man that did something in another state got 1,000 bail. This man got $1 million. Like, and it seemed like they come something. They locked. They won't let him out. Okay, he's not. He's still just like you. Don't want to admit that he's wrong in his behavior. Hate to be corrected. And one thing that's why many of us, Generation X and Y and Williams, we hate to be corrected because when our family did us wrong, they hate to be corrected when other people correct them or we correct them for trying to defend ourselves from being. That's why. A lot of folks, I admit that. You tell us about before, I ain't no, you did it wrong. Just like when a white woman was in Dallas, Texas, she's adult now, but when she was a teenager, she had downloaded the stuff from Japan. Her dad was a judge, and then they were abused. She had a hidden camera when she was a teenager. The white man who's a judge beat the crap, beat her ass, cussing, acting ratchet, her in the mama. When there was on Dr. Phil, I understand to forgive your mom, but some just telling the mom don't want to feel guilty. She had to do what she participated because she chose to participate. She was scared of him. They can have, but I questioned that white woman talking about her mother. I don't, saying I'm on the woman's side because that was wrong how her dad was beating on her. Her dad talking about I ain't do nothing wrong. I was supposed to do that, and he should lost his. Well, he in Texas they cover each other ass here, especially the clean type, the good old white boy club up down here in Texas. But you see what I'm saying? He should got the Adrian Peterson treatment. I was upset with Adrian Peterson booping his kids. That white man should be no longer been a judge no more, lost his license in the practice law, and get locked up for abusing that child. Okay, it's wrong to download. Yes, it was download games illegally from Japan, but you didn't have to do all that beating and cursing. When I want to beat up somebody all and curse them all, that's someone I hate. Okay? Not love. I see why the Bible say love is not critical injury in the 13th chapter of 1 Corinthians. Okay? Thank you. When I want to attack somebody, and especially people who do me wrong, there ain't no love in it. There ain't no love that got to do with it. No love that have to do with that. What's love got to do with it? No love at all. No second heart emotion but anger and ready to beat your ass and kill your ass. That's what comes in my head. Then it said in the Bible that anger leads to hatred. Yes. That's why. And it leads to violence. So when y'all talking about, no, that man, that judge should be locked up. But he a white Protestant, white person here in Texas. That's why he's still practicing law up there in Dallas somewhere. He should be locked up. He should be in a penitentiary abusing his daughter over something. It don't take that long. All you gotta do is take the computer out of her room, or just as a judge, let her go to jail. I would if you gonna get me and get my mess up my career. What, you 15? You wanna go scared straight to juvenile? Okay, baby, we'll put you in juvenile. No, yes, I'll put you in juvenile. I told you many times, stop putting that game on the computer. But get all ratchet and cussing? No. When I want to cuss and beat somebody, it's out of hatred. Ain't no love in it. Ain't no love in it. No love got to do with it. Sound like Tina Turner, when she was getting beat up, there was love that had to do with that. Really. When I want to do something wrong to somebody who did me wrong, I don't got no love for that person. No love at all. When I want to curse people out, no love. I hate your ass. Want to beat up somebody when them people intimidate me and I didn't do it because they want to go to jail, but I wanted to kill their ass. There was no fucking love about it. I want to kill their ass because I hate their dumb ass. Stop mixing the word love with hate. So I wouldn't want to do that to my child that I brought this world, help brought this world, because God's the head creator. We the help, you know what I'm saying? We the co-creators of that. Those parents, okay, when I choose to have kids, when I get married, I'm not going to treat my children like I treat my enemy that I hate. That's a difference. And one thing about us in our community, we've been taught to accept that so-called false version of love, because slave masters love the fact that it was owned our people. African American people was owned by our white ancestor, because we mixed with those three races, and they love the fact they had them underneath them. That's what they loved them about, and abusing their power with them and got away with it, and nobody ain't checking them for that. That's what they loved about having them as slaves. I love you, I don't want you. No, you love having them under control. That's one thing, having dominance over them. They ain't even looking for their self-worth. Come on now. That's the reason why. I tell it like it is on my channel, where the folks, like I said, they feel guilty for what they done. But the truth of it is, I'm sorry, your false version of love screwed these men's life up. One's in the grave and one's in jail. And I'm looking at you, sister. But the Stevante Clark, I'm gonna tell you something right now. By you being grown, stop the gangster thugging, stop that savage, mentally weak, and physically strong, witty lynch shit. Get your life together. Stop attacking people about your brother. You making your brother look worse than the doggone tweets that he said. I'm calling it is. Don't be the next example, brother. And if you want that money, why the hell you won't get out of Sacramento? If you know it's dangerous, and really, get out. Like the movie, get out. Stop lingering around. Your homies don't care about your ass. Let me tell you something. With one job of black DNA, I did feel about our people can be our enemies too. But the kid Organic situation, I talk about the black his view about black men worship white men. I said, yeah. The thugs, they worship white. Let me tell you the reason why. They will protect a white man's rights than yours. They ain't gonna harass him how you dress. And what food he eat. But when it comes to they try to intimidate and act all butt dancing savage like. That's not no love. And trust me, I know from examples. And I say example, but yes. Hello? That's why I'm not collective. So you need to stop hanging with those people. Where them homies at? Where them you I hate the N-word, your cocoa niggas at? Then too, Stephen probably not know what love is to do with grandma. He fell in love with a woman who didn't love him. I'm sorry, the banana coon. I'm sorry, I called you a banana coon. You had a business attacking sisters with that. You're lucky you don't have a black daughter or have a black aged daughter. You know that he's mixed up too. You know, you're black, but still. You and then too, you didn't want your child come out dark as Tyson Belfort is part Chinese. You know that, right? He darker than me, and his dad Panamanian, Afro-Panamanian. Why are you sleeping with a brother anyway if you want your kids come out looking black? That's my question. There's plenty of Asian men, but I guess you was the one of the ratchet women in the Asian community that want your ass you to go to the hood, and you still carry that racism that your parents probably told you not to bring around. And that's why probably you was living with your grandma, his grandma, not your family. See, one thing I noticed, you wasn't living in your family house, because I know your daddy or your mom would not put up with that mess. I'm sorry, we're critiquing because y'all want us to support y'all doggone legacy and justice. So we're going to critique this. You want us to do GoFundMe's? We're going to critique, if our money, we're going to critique this mess. Whether you like it or not. We're not exploiting your family, bro. You exploiting your family. You acting a fool. You acting ratchet. You butt dancing. You being stabbed Fletcher with money and grills and shit. Stevante, I'm sorry, I was on your side till you started acting a fool. But I had to critique your grandmother and then the banana coon. Her, if you don't like accuracy in people, stop sleeping getting black dick. Stop looking for BBC. I'm sorry. I don't look at men's dicks, but I'm sure there's Asian men out of the stereotype have big dicks too. Go look for that. Oh, I went there. Yes, I did go there. I went there. You know, and you couldn't be my woman over here use the word nigga. If I can't use the word chink, you shouldn't use the word nigga. Respect. You should know that at 19 years old. That's a stupid. And you racist too, so you sure know the word nigga with the ER with the A. It's a racist offensive term. Your kids will be called a nigga because they part black. Do you know you got Asian people who would not sell Blasian people? White folks would call them niggas. I'm not defending one drop rule, but I'm letting you know something. You should never have kids with that man if you had felt that way. I'm sorry, I know you're crying over your children's dad, but that type of behavior led this too. Yes, it did. And you don't like the women in this community, then why are you staying? And yeah, there we go. I bet the grandma was giving her hell too, to the point she said that too. But you shouldn't be living in the house in the first place. Y'all both had 2 kids. You're both grown. In California, I'm sure there is deployment at will laws not extreme like here in Texas. And I bet there's better, also expensive to live there. I bet there's high wage jobs for teenagers. Besides ghetto McDonald's. So why y'all not out there making ends meet? Why are you having kids with somebody who ain't got no money? And why are you in the grandma's house if you don't like her in the first place? And then sisters, my question is to y'all. If a brother don't want you, don't want his dumb ass. I'm sorry. If I ain't trying to sound gay, but let me be a sister one day. In a bud dog walk, I'm like, leave Rashawn. Let a white woman have your ass. But when she found that white man, don't get mad. Shout out to Venus Williams. Now being Serena, about Serena, you know, I wish I was at Serena's wedding. I wish I was. I don't blame her. She ain't wait till no brother want to decide to bear her in 2050. Come on now, she's getting older. She trying to have kids now. White man give it to her, go right ahead. Don't say a good white man, no slave master type white man, no race place shit. For real. Serena got time for y'all ass. Serena got time for y'all ass. Time to make a decision. Y'all know who to date and losing and leaving her because she got too much Negro features and all the other stuff. And thank you. She ain't got time for you to make a decision in 2040. She said, fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and get me somebody love me, be a white man, go ahead. Thank you, Serena Williams. I don't give a damn. I support Serena Williams. I support her marriage. I don't care about anybody say. I've been at the wedding too. Eating that cake and everything, dancing, doing the Harlem Shuffle, all dressed up and everything, and probably sang at the wedding too. Shows. Have my ride, hair, and laundry. Everybody dancing. Yes. Thank you. I probably have a good time. Shoot. Don't you put Beyonce again, be body. I'm still trying to make a video about her Coachella performance. I'm still hooked on her Solange drop to the floor with little little patch over it. Baby, I love that give everybody. So Little sister legs. Like, baby, I love that song. Snap to the beat. I love Get Me Body. Don't you, y'all better not pop Get Me Body if I'm in a party, cause I'm gonna act from drop to the floor with it. And yes, I was dropping to the floor in my apartment. Yes, I was. Yeah, I love that song. Yes, I love Get Me Body. Don't you take me to Beyonce concert, I might end up get kicked out acting a fool. Don't you put Get Me Body on shoes. Shoes. Heck yeah. So anyway, but that's the point. I'm just sitting here saying that to the mother, okay, grandmother, your upbringing, how you did, how you transcended this mess, led to this situation. In conclusion, Banana Coon, I'm sorry to say this. I know you feel sorry for what you did, but you should never said why you live in the grandma's house, you don't like her. Stefan Clark, both cops and him was at fault at this situation. I'll call it like it is. And to Stevante, I defend you, and I feel sorry for your brother, and I defend you when you was at the city council meeting and you told that white man you ain't my master type of thing, which we need to start doing that. But acting a fool later on, going extreme with it, no, bro. And shoe shining and showing your dog money to everybody looking to get shot and killed, okay? Showing and acting a fool and trying to threaten the people and making and damage them, their interracial couple house up to the point they got kicked out due to your ass. You just ready to get locked up. Tart. That's my conclusion. But we need to get rid of the slave master interpretation of the Bible. Please stop listening to this demon here. Shows me to slap that book down. Yes, I did.